Shout out to all my brothers out there that got the beard, that like to take care of it, that like to keep it groomed. Look, we got a Black Friday sale going on right now. $5 off our essential beard growth oil and another $3 off the balm right now. I'm telling you, it's going to have your beard soft and glistening with a brilliant shine all day. The link is at the top line of the description, and the best part is the shipping is free for a limited time only. See you soon. Jump into the first topic of today. I want to kind of follow up on yesterday, the conversation we had about Andrew Schultz. A couple nasty things that he said about Kendrick Lamar, which was crazy because now when I even look back at it, we were asking ourselves yesterday, like, yo, where's Charlamagne? Is he going to say anything? We gave it a day. He hasn't said anything. But the other part that I thought to myself, I'm like, he tried to take a shot at Kendrick for doing songs with people that supposedly, assaulted people. He talked about Chris Brown. He mentioned a few other things. But you just got up there and talked about pretty much doing the same thing to him. Like, you pretty much said that you would have your way with him. It was nothing he could do about it. That's SA. What do you think, though, man? Because, a lot of people, Charlamagne, and you kind of alluded to it yesterday, he sits on this platform as, pretty much he's the new black bourgeoisie, the new black, like the elite, where we're going to go to him. Like, you got to go to Charlamagne, you got to go to Shay Shay, you got to go to these people, if you're trying to pander to black people or to calm black people down. He's like the new D.L. Hughley type, the new Al Sharpton type for black people. We didn't appoint him that, but the system has appointed Charlamagne as one of those people. And another thing, he act like he stands on fighting for black women. But this is his partner, the guy that he sits down with every single day. And he had nothing to say publicly. No donkey of the day. No nothing. Envy ain't bring it up. Nobody. How do you feel about that?
As you're talking, I'm just kind of making sure throughout the last 24 hours. I'm looking on his timeline, looking in his stories.
It would have been out there.
Looked up on the Breakfast Club YouTube platform. I haven't seen anything.
Right.
And I guess we live in a day and age where, some people take it seriously. Some people say, well, what are you supposed to do? We get this. It's so weird nowadays because it doesn't seem like, especially with this internet age, that anybody stands on anything. And if they do, it's fake and it's phony and it's just a popularity contest. It's because it's the new flavor of the day, whatever the case may be. And when Charlamagne was really promoting that and really pressing that, that was the flavor of the day. And now all of a sudden, when it's not, you hear silence. You don't hear much of anything. I'm curious to see, and I guess it's going to sound like I'm giving him a pass, but I'm really not, because I really don't think he gives a shit. But when they get back on their podcast, because I guess he said that he got numerous podcasts. He said that on a separate podcast. When him and Charlamagne get back together, because dude is cocky enough and arrogant enough, I feel like he's going to bring it back up. Let's see what Charlamagne's response is and how he reacts to it. And we can get a better vibe in a sense, because we're going to see how his reaction is on what he really feels about it. But I think you said it, man. He's a pawn. We put these people on these platforms and these pedestals thinking that they represent us. And to a certain degree, I believe that they do. For a certain amount of time, I believe that they do. I don't think Charlamagne the God was always like that, but at this point, I really feel like he's protecting his status quo, and that, he's crossed that line before. He's went over those things. He knows the consequences to his actions. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I really got to say.
Yeah, no. I was kind of thinking that too, but that's why I said no donkey of the day. Like, no nothing. Now we gotta wait till y'all sit down and do a podcast.
Right.
Well, any other time something happens, you on it though. You're on every other news story. Now we gotta sit down. We gotta wait for you to do the podcast with this guy. And even when they do it, I don't think he gonna be like we think he's gonna be, or we want him to be.
Right.
I don't think he's gonna really because he need to check the shit out the dude. Period. He needs to really check him. I mean, ain't no really conversation to be had really. But checking this dude and really even having conversations like, dang, he felt like that, dog.
Right.
Like, damn, it's really like that, But again, we'll give him that. We'll give him the chance to sit down and have a conversation. But for me, I always knew the dude was like that, so it's not really surprising to me, because not the stuff that he says, but the way that he says it, he might call you the N-word and be ready to fight you. Like you said, the dudes, a couple little karate classes, couple boxing, and they feel like they could take you out now.
Right.
He's that type of dude. Like he maybe like 6 foot something. He may feel like he could take you, you know what I mean, and fight you. But we just keep being disrespected. We keep allowing people to disrespect us and do whatever they want and pretty much have their way with us without any real repercussion. Could you imagine? Let's just flip. If Charlamagne would have said that, let's say, about Jewish women, could you imagine a backlash right now? It would be crazy right now. He would be apologizing. They'll make him take a Holocaust course or something like that. And that's the part that kind of got me hot about it. It's like, there's no repercussion. Like, people could say and do whatever they want. And all we do is just sit and we talk about it. Think about it. Who really spoke up about it in the industry?
Oh, nobody.
Besides Meek Mill.
Yeah. And nobody want to hear from him no more.
But like, sad. Yeah, exactly.
But it was a good point.
Right, it was a good point what he said, but it's sad. All I can say is it's sad, man. And we gotta, exercise power just a little bit more. I mean, all the people in the industry that want to speak on everything, where they at now?
Speaking of one of
those
those people, did you hear what academics had to say?
I didn't.
Okay, so I don't know if I know you remember. Do you remember him and he's going with his situation with Saucy Santana and Saucy Santana saying some wild shit about him?
Yeah.
Well, he had something to say about this whole situation.
Okay.
Play and get your thoughts.
The security or whatever, he says, he could have Kendrick bouncing on his cock. Like, really, you know what I mean? If he wanted to. Now, y'all all know I'm not the biggest fan of talking about fucking other men, right? However, I do like, and I'm only here to call out hypocrisy, okay? Y'all all remember when Saucy Santana made the reference saying that he wanted to squabble with me, and after he called himself knocking me out, he said he would, damn, it sounded even bad saying that. The entire culture laughed. Everybody fucking laughed. Oh my God, I can't imagine academics' body laughed. I remember looking up. Not one person said, that's wrong. Threatening R-word isn't cool. Remember, but I did tell you, it's better to be liked than to be right. Didn't I tell y'all that? Saucy Santana threatens to take it without my permission. It's hilarious. Saucy, go ahead and take it from that nigga, man. I can't. Everybody's saying that. Let's see what they say when it's hip hop savior.
All right, it was about another minute excerpt, and I question his motives because obviously it's Kendrick and he's a Drake cheerleader right now.
Yeah,
but he does have some points. Now, before I let you go and do I do want to say, because we talked about that, and dog, don't say everybody.
Right.
I disagree with a lot of what you do. Wrong is wrong, and that was fucked up, and we talked and we called that out a long time ago. So didn't everybody laugh? The ones that y'all choose to watch, the ones that they choose to promote and publicize, and the ones y'all think or assume are popular, they laughed, and that's what they do to y'all. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, bro.
Nah, I'm glad you actually played that. That's real. I kind of forgot about that, and that's a disgusting thing either way you look at it, but especially from a he-she specimen like, you know what I mean, Saucy Santana. They had the nerve to put Saucy out there. Saucy did a song to try to get people to vote for Kamala. Remember, I showed you that a few months back.
Yeah.
So this is just, man, it's this degeneracy at a whole another level. But even going back to the Charlamagne, I think you hit it on the head when you said that he may stand for us on certain issues. He only gonna go so far with it because he understands that he understands that there's a place where he can be. He worked very hard to get where he's at. He didn't want to lose that spot. He's very comfortable. So he'll touch on a couple little things here, but he's not going to really push the envelope like we think our people want him to, because even when that whole thing with Jessica Reed came out, that was like a little thing to him. Like, he understands. Like, see, people are smart enough to understand the country we live in. Mm-hmm. And they understand, I don't care who you are, you can be, especially if you're a black man, but anybody can get it. You can be destroyed overnight, effing around with this media in this country. So one little thing comes out and it catches enough steam because he was fighting that case hard. Don't let him, because he remained silent in the public. He was fighting that. He had lawyers. He spent millions of dollars on that case. Charlamagne fighting that chick, Jessica Reed. You know what I mean? Don't think that he was just, his lawyers told him to be quiet. Like, that was something that he felt like could have, knocked him off his pedestal. Same thing with DJ Envy with that whole thing with Caesar, which he pretty much escaped that. Yeah. But yeah. And, we've always been fans of Charlamagne. Always, we never took any sides with anything. We always call it down the middle. If we felt that he was right, we said that he was right. If we felt that he was wrong, we said that he was wrong. We never, was looking for no contract. We was never looking for no podcast deal or nothing like that. We just kept it. And it might even cost us one because we kept it so real in certain situations. Who knows?
Right.
You know what I mean? But nevertheless, man, I just feel like always going to just speak the truth to the power. Always going to give it real because maybe we had people paying us. Maybe it would be different. Maybe they'd be like, y'all can't do that. Y'all can't. But there's nobody doing that. We can say what we want to do and do what we want to do. So we're going to give it to you real. When you got those sponsors, like Charlamagne, and you're on those radio stations and whatnot, it's only so far you're going to go. Now, whether you want to attack him for that, I'm going to attack him for that on this because I think he should check his homework. So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt and wait to see.
Which is sad, but we ain't got no other choice.
Yeah, we got no other choice.
You know what I'm saying? If we really want to know, which I think that when it's all said and done, it'll be some bullshit too, but we'll see in a few days, I guess.